different prospect than amateur boxing, and it has been kind to Mike Tyson. Here we go. He is a fast starter.
One thing we should mention, Jimmy, before the action heats up too much, is this is a 16-foot ring, very much to Tyson's liking.
Starting out, going to the body. A couple of those punches appeared low.
In the Carl Williams fight, we saw Jesse Ferguson go into the corner and onto the ropes and then counter with left hooks off the ropes.
Referee is Luis Rivera out of New York City. And already Ferguson has lasted longer than have some of Tyson's 12 first-round knockout victims. But now, Tyson got an uppercut through the guard.
A major league body puncher. One of the things that distinguishes him, even in the amateurs, Mike Tyson can throw great body shots. He takes what you give him, and right now Jesse Ferguson is just giving him the body.
But Ferguson is standing still and allowing Tyson to swing away at the ribcage.
We saw a few seconds ago one of the things that makes Tyson so special. He threw a tremendous left hook, missed with it, and didn't go off balance. Always in position to punch.
First sign of aggression from Ferguson there, but he went back into the shell.
If form holds true, Jesse Ferguson at some point in that strategy of laying on the ropes will come out firing with the left hook. And if he does, and if he connects with Tyson's chin, we may have one of the questions that surrounds Mike Tyson's career answered.
Come on, step back. Come on, look at this. Look at this. Come on.
Mike Tyson is pacing himself more at this point, Jim. Generally, he would rip punches with both hands without caring about what the opponent did in return. He has some respect for Jesse Ferguson's power. He is not letting his hands go with the speed and consistency that he did in his first 17 fights.
One good left. He seems to be gaining a little bit of confidence. "15 seconds to go in the round. Ferguson about to become the 6th of Mike Tyson's 18 opponents to make it through round 1. We'll be back. Ready for the beginning of round 2 in Troy, New York. Jesse Ferguson stepping out of his corner in the red trunks. The black trunks belong to 19-year-old Mike Tyson. Tyson's average bout to this point in his career lasted 2 minutes 58 seconds.
Ferguson has gone farther than the average Tyson opponent. As I mentioned, only the 6th of 18 men to face Tyson in his professional career to make it as far as round 2. We apologize for the quality of our audio at this moment. We are on our backup audio line. We'll stay with you. Now we're told that it's Tyson getting through the guard again.
And in that one brief combination, you saw the speed of Mike Tyson, the thing that makes him special. Not just power, but he really gets the punch there quickly.
Thus far, Tyson has been content to concentrate mostly on the body.
He hurt Ferguson a little bit with one of those body shots, Jim. Right now, Ferguson's just fighting a survival fight, trying to pull Tyson in close where he can't do it, smother his punches. Tyson, on the other hand, is not being as busy as he normally would be.
Ferguson said that he absolutely would not try to wait Tyson out and drag him into later rounds where he hasn't been before. But it might not be an inadvisable strategy. Tyson only once has been as far as round 5. That was in his most recent bout against Mike Jamison. TKO early in the 5th.
And in that fight with Jamison, which did last in the 5th round, it seemed that Mike got a little bit discouraged. He was in with an opponent that just grabbed him and looked to survive, and he really didn't keep his concentration. Be interesting to see fighting the same kind of opponent here in Ferguson, who's not giving him very many punching opportunities, if he continues to stay on top and keep his concentration and keep in the fight.
Okay. You see that both fighters like to crouch over and get low as they deliver their punches. Their heads are going to be very close together through much of this action. And Jesse Ferguson, fighting defensively, appears to have made it as far as the end of round 2 against Mike Tyson. Round 3. And Jesse Ferguson is only the 4th fighter to make it that far with Mike Tyson. Good right. We saw Ferguson recoil to the ropes, but that time Tyson did not attempt to follow up.
Two of the questions that boxing people have raised about Mike Tyson that have yet to be answered are his chin and his stamina. Right now, he's been in 3 tough rounds. Not tough in the sense he's taking a lot of punishment, but he's throwing a lot. And I think the pressure of the event has got to drain something out of him. He is not breathing heavily. He looks in pretty good shape at this point.
You would find almost no one in the arena who believed before this began that it would go to a decision. But if it were to go that far, certainly Tyson has won the first 2 rounds and is controlling the 3rd.
You see quickness in Mike Tyson that really you've never seen with a fighter of his build in the heavyweight division. Of course, Muhammad Ali was quicker. Of course, perhaps Floyd Patterson was quicker, although Customato, who trained and managed them both, said that he believes Tyson may be quick as Patterson. But never a man with that build, with that much power, throwing punches that fast. He has not sustained it in this fight, but in flashes you have seen what has impressed so many people in his pro career to date.
You mentioned, of course, the relationship to Patterson. Both fighters groomed by the now late Customato. Their physical attributes are so dissimilar that there is really no direct comparison in style between the 2 fighters.
3 solid right uppercuts by Ferguson, and Tyson did not appear phased by it. You might be able to see here that the fighters are fighting with 8-ounce Everlast thumbless gloves. The 8 ounces instead of 10 ounces would favor a puncher like Tyson. As with the size of the ring we mentioned earlier, 16 feet 8 inches the ring. The thumbless gloves mandatory in New York State in non-title fights. That flurry right there by Tyson, he did not sit down on his punches. He threw a lot of punches, but they were, for him, pity-pat punches. He's got to set himself. Once again, those are arm punches.
Coming to the end of round 3. Already is becoming an interesting and educational experience for Mike Tyson, though a fight, like all the others he's been in which to this point he is totally in control.
More of the Mike Tyson-Jesse Ferguson fight still to come here on Classic Ringside.
Round 4, and Jesse Ferguson now joins 2 fighters, one named Don Halpin, another named Mike Jamison, as the only 2 men to have made it this far in the professional ranks in the ring with Mike Tyson. In case you have joined us late, the man in the black trunks is the young phenomenon of the heavyweight division, 19-year-old Michael Tyson, originally from Brooklyn, New York, now lives in Catskill, New York. 17 straight knockouts, 12 of them first-round knockouts, coming into this, his toughest test so far.
A few moments ago, Jesse Ferguson looked over to referee Louis Rivera for some help. He just got hit a low blow, as he has been hit a few during this fight. His problem is his trunks are slipping down below his protector.
Now Jesse appears to want to say something to Tyson about the low blows. And the referee warns him not to headbutt Tyson. We want to alert our local stations along the line that at the end of this round, we will be taking a station break. Crowd beginning to get restless. They would like to see Ferguson fighting a somewhat more offensive effort. Though so far, I have to think he's shown some intelligence, Alex.
Well, he's fought to survive and not to win. He just threw one of the very infrequent left hooks that we touted and has, in fact, been his trademark through his career. He hasn't let the punch go because he's been safety-minded throughout this fight to date. He may be just pacing himself, trying to wait until Tyson tires himself out from all of these home run punches he's throwing, and then looking to come on in the late rounds.
Jim Lafley with Alex Wallow. Ringside, ABC Sports live from Troy, New York. Scheduled 10-round heavyweight fight between Mike Tyson and Jesse Ferguson. Tyson in the black trunks, Ferguson in the red. And coming into this round, Tyson has won all 3 previous rounds with almost dead certainty.
If there is such a thing as dead certainty in the scoring of a boxing match.
And you're here to tell us there isn't, I'm sure. Referee Luis Rivera becoming considerably more active now in this 4th round than he was particularly in the first 2 rounds of the fight. This was the least active round of the fight. We'll be back from Troy, New York after this message from your local stations. We begin round 5. You were with us at the end of round 4. You saw that immediately following the bell, Mike Tyson delivered a right-hand shot to the body of Jesse Ferguson. Ferguson was quite angry about it. Some of you may have seen Ferguson's cornermen jumping into the ring to keep him away from unnecessary extracurricular activity. Whatever the reason, Ferguson has come out more aggressively in round 5 than at any previous time in the fight. Beginning to throw that left.
Mike Tyson has not thrown a punch in this round thus far. Ferguson's done all the punching, not much scoring, but he has kept Tyson at bay. As soon as Tyson moves in, he doesn't come in firing. He just stepped in and put his head on Ferguson's shoulder, and Ferguson accepted the clinch until Louis Rivera broke them.
3 weeks ago, Tyson scored a TKO over a fighter named Mike Jamison at 46 seconds of the 5th round in Atlantic City. As of right now, Jesse Ferguson has lasted longer in the ring with the professional Mike Tyson than any of his 17 previous pro opponents. So Ferguson has at least that distinction to carry with him as he attempts to gain confidence as the bout goes on.
It's difficult to judge the motivation of a fighter, but I would say that Mike Tyson is trying to do 2 things here. One, he's trying to pace himself. I think he has some questions about his stamina. He's trying to get some questions answered here as well. And the second thing he's trying to do is be careful, not to get in the way of one of Jesse Ferguson's left hooks. I think he respects Ferguson, and he's just not going to come in firing, leaving himself open as he was able to do against lesser opponents.
Ferguson, in his 10-round loss to Carl the Truth Williams, a TKO defeat, not a decision, was in trouble in both the first and 10th rounds, and now he's in trouble here. Blood coming out from the nose of Jesse Ferguson. The right uppercut of Tyson has put him down. 6, 7, 8. Up at 9 is Jesse Ferguson.
I think that uppercut broke Ferguson's nose, Jim. He is in desperate trouble. He will not last much longer. Rivera almost stopped it there. Mike Tyson's known as a great finisher. Let's see how he does with Ferguson.
Ferguson gamely hanging in, having trouble covering up. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. And Jesse Ferguson barely made it out of round 5. We will stay here now. Crowd is very excited. Blood was spattered around the ring. As I think you're absolutely right, Alex. It appeared that the nose of Jesse Ferguson was broken by the brilliant uppercut. Another look.
Tyson punching from very close quarters. The obvious punch right here is the uppercut. He turns around, digs right to the body, and then comes straight up with the right uppercut. Tyson has a tendency to turn left-handed. He turned left-handed to land that combination and dropped Ferguson, and I think really just accelerated the pace of the fight, turned the tide, and I don't see how Ferguson can fight much longer in that condition. Obviously, the length of time that Mike Tyson went did not tire him out. He was still crisp with his punches, picked his shot, found his opening, came straight up the middle, and landed a devastating right hand.
Beginning of round 6. First time as a professional Tyson's ever been in this round. Ferguson trying to jab.
Every great champion has to know how to finish an opponent when he has him hurt. Jesse Ferguson is hurt. Let's see how Mike Tyson does to take him out.
The left hook did some damage.
Jesse Ferguson not taking the break, holding on to Tyson's left hand. He's just going to hold until Rivera has to absolutely pry them apart. It's not going to be enough for Rivera to say break. He's going to have to get in there and force him apart.
Another left. Delivered in close quarters.
See, Ferguson just is not listening to Rivera at all. He's just going to continue to hold until he just physically forces him out.
Can't say I blame him.
The only thing Rivera can do is what he just did. Give him a warning. And take points away if he continues to do it. Tyson's making a mistake by letting himself get this close to Ferguson. He must maintain a little bit of distance so that he's going to take a point. He's disqualifying him. He disqualified Jesse Ferguson for clinching and refusing.